Scar L is a mid-range rifle for the assault class. It's extremely versatile. It can go into almost any situation, so you really don't have to be afraid to get close with it. My experience with it is that it's possibly the best gun in the game and is most definitely the best gun of the close quarters expansion. Recommended usage, I'd say long burst, or you could tap and burst fire if the target is very long range. It's supposed to be a medium to long range weapon, but I really only recommend this weapon for medium ranges, and I tend to play aggressively. This weapon can succeed at long ranges because it is a medium long range weapon, but the fact of the matter is none of the weapons in this gun are really meant for long ranges except maybe the sniper rifles and a bi-parted machine gun. And with this gun and its versatility and its smooth fire rate and the fact that it doesn't have much kick makes it a great weapon for the assault class. It has 2 fire modes, but the only one you really want to use is the full auto. You don't have a reason to really go semi-auto because it's not exactly a battle rifle like the G3 is. It's just a very accurate assault rifle, and that's how you should use it. Cause it's not a battle rifle. It's not like the G3. It's not like the Scar H at all either. And like I said before, it's extremely versatile. So you'll be able to use it with almost any attachment setup. I've seen people go so far as to use it with the bipod, even though I wouldn't recommend it. What I normally run is the red dot sight, the sometimes the foregrip, but you don't really need a foregrip, and the heavy barrel. Now, as far as the barrel goes, you can either run the heavy barrel or the flash compensator. There's really no reason to ever run the red dot. Flash compensator helps reduce the recoil, which it really doesn't need. It barely has any recoil, and when it does recoil, it's up and down. It's easy to manage. It's no problem to anybody who's been playing this game. This weapon is easy to learn. It'll fall right in the hands of a newbie or the veteran player. You'll learn this in 1 or 2 games and you'll be efficient with it in no time. Like I said before, I'm very aggressive with this weapon and most weapons in the game. So I use it at mid ranges, not at long ranges, because you're leaving yourself too vulnerable for too long using this at long range. As you saw me right there, that guy was kind of long range, so I took my time and tapped the trigger out, but you can usually shoot this with sustained bursts. I'd say 8 to 10 shot burst, and you'll have no problems, especially with the heavy barrel, and that's pretty much all I run religiously. The weapon's very forgiving. You can miss a few shots and still hit. It's so accurate. It's probably the most accurate gun in the game. I have bolt action sniper rifles that miss more than this thing does. But like I said, the compensator works just as well. If you're not into the heavy barrel, the compensator will serve you well. The best way to work with this weapon, outside shooting in, always. This isn't a close quarters powerhouse. Even though you can take it close up and gun someone down because of the fact that it's so accurate, you don't want to. That's an emergency situation where you have to kill someone quickly. As long as you don't miss with this, you're good to go. My advice is that you make sure you're on target before you squeeze the trigger. And even if you're not, even if you mess up, the weapon is very forgiving. You'll be able to get on target and still get the kill and still have 10 shots left. The weapon is that good, and right now it's my favorite weapon. So much to the point that I'm about to put it away because I'm tired of seeing it and I'm tired of putting it in videos. So with the low fire rate, mixed with the fact that it's so accurate, it makes this gun a powerhouse for anybody who can actually play. And it's a good learning tool for anyone who's new who wants to try another gun. If you're not very good, try this. It's very easy to learn and very easy to master. I'm incredibly good with this weapon. I'm not bragging, but that's just the truth. it's a tool that's good for almost any style of play, and can be taken on to almost any map. It's not something you want to be on a super close range map with, but the fact of the matter is, this is Battlefield 3. This isn't a super close range game. You can take this on a close quarters map and just fire down hallways and kill everyone before they can kill you. It almost outdoes every gun in its class when it comes to range. Well, accuracy at range. It always hits. It's not the AK, it's not the F2000, it's the M16 on steroids. Now with that said, it won't be beating the faster firing assault rifles up close, like the F2000 or the AK. It also won't be beating the fast firing PDWs up close. That's just something you're going to have to deal with. But you can use this weapon to keep them at bay. What I like to do is always keep people at a middle range with this weapon and shoot them before they get a chance to shoot at me. I shoot people with this gun before they get a chance to even get in position. That's what you want to do. You want to keep the beast at bay, and this will help you do that. It's very accurate. It hits hard. Well, it doesn't hit super hard, but it'll drop anybody, no problem. Before they can get their gun up, they'll be dead. And the versatility, leads it toward to be used with almost any attachment. I use the red dot sight because I prefer the red dot sight on this weapon. You can use the Cobra sight. You can even use the zoom sights. The ACOG is not a bad sight. The 4X is not a bad sight. Maybe up to 7X if you want to. You can shoot this one in standing with no problems getting shots on target. Yeah, almost every attachment works with this, and that's rare for weapons in this game. Almost any attachment working. Like I said, I've seen some people go so far as to use the bipod with the 8X and get kills with it. The weapon is that good, it's that steady. But for me and the way I play, I keep people at long range. Not long range, medium range, and I'm going to advise you to do the same and get a good secondary because you're going to need it. You're going to be running against. You're going to be able to kill people pretty quickly. I say 2 to 3 guys per magazine as long as you're on target. But you want to have a good secondary for when things get crazy. Mix that with the fact that you're on assault and you can heal yourself. And always run the healing with this. You don't need a grenade launcher. The grenade launchers in this game are terrible. I mean, if you must run a grenade launcher to maybe deal with walls, then you're going to want to run the the underbarrel attachment that lets you put your grenade launcher on the weapon, because you really don't need the foregrip. I use it from time to time, but it's not needed. This weapon is so accurate that you don't need anything to steady it. Not the foregrip and not the bipod. And the reason you'll see me running the foregrip from time to time is just because there's nothing else to put on it. There's really no other grips or anything to put under the weapon, so I just throw the foregrip up there for fun. You know, why not? The recoil in this is pretty much always up and down, and this thing kills like it's no problem. So, that said, this is, in my opinion, the best weapon in the game and one of the best tools of the trade. I have a nickname for this weapon. It's Diablo, because the fact of the matter is this thing is a complete powerhouse. I didn't expect this with the current close quarters expansion, but it's the weapon that I fall in love with. I'm pretty sure if you use it as much as you use maybe any other weapon in this game, you'll understand what I'm saying. This weapon really puts fire on the target quickly and efficiently. It's by far my favorite new gun. I can't stop saying that, but you really can't go wrong with this weapon. If you're ever having some trouble and you think you want to switch it up, just put it on. Try it out. You'll fall for it. It's rather amazing. And so far, with it, I'm able to pretty much demolish whole teams. I've been running through quite a few games, able to kill people quickly. The only time I really mess up is when I make a mistake. It appears to be a standard assault rifle, 30 rounds, fully automatic, but it's much more than that. It has bad sight, so I always recommend a sight for it. But the weapon's so good, like I said, it's so forgiving, and even at close range from the hip, it works, it kills, especially with a headshot. I don't know what his headshot multiplier is off the top of my head, but it wins every time. And another thing, you want to try to trap people with this. And like, I don't mean like by spawn trapping, but with like maybe like tanks or anything. I mean catching people coming through corridors and going down hallways, coming through doorways and things like that. You want to be shooting from cover with this weapon. One of my favorite things to do is blow up a car, get behind it, and shoot through the windows. That way they can't see me, because it's so accurate and fast that I can kill 3 guys before they even know where the fire is coming from. And that's just something I can't say about most weapons in any game. So if you haven't tried the Scar L out, you need to. I've never got 500 kills with any other weapon as fast as I did with this one. It feels like it never misses, and especially with my aggressive playstyle, it helps me out a lot. The fact that this thing is so accurate, you know, I can just throw the sights on the guy, squeeze the trigger, and long bursts work very well. Even though the short tapping burst fire will help you out, the long burst is like really what makes this thing shine. You can just squeeze the trigger and hold it down. A lot of times, I just hold the trigger down. I don't even burst it sometimes unless the weapon's getting away from me. That will happen from time to time with every weapon in this game. Sometimes it'll just get away from you and there's not much you can do about it because you're overdoing it. And that happens. But with this, you can recover quickly, and the weapon's forgiving. You know, the shots are usually always on target. So even when you mess up a little bit, you can always get back. And yeah, like I said, this is my favorite new weapon of the in the game, period. It's gotten to the point where I'm tired of it. It's really that good. So, with the Scar L, for any good player out there who's playing Battlefield regularly, enjoying it, who's looking for something else, you need to try the Scar L. And I will be bringing you other exceptional weapons such as this in the future. And that was a good, quick 30-2 game there. I think I was MVP again. You'll be pulling a lot of MVPs down with this weapon. I'm not even joking around. Once you pick this thing up, play a few games with it, get used to it. It's not much to get used to. You'll be pulling down a lot of MVPs, a lot of accuracy ribbons, a lot of headshots. So, with that said, as always, catch you later.